Skip it up and that up.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you watching this video have purchased a Nintendo Switch and you're excited to use it, and I really like the system. I'm really enjoying it so far. I think how seamless it goes from console mode to tabletop mode to portable mode is ingenious, and how easy it is to use, how the user interface is nice and snappy. I'm really liking it. I wish it launched with some more games, but I'm having fun with Zelda, and I also have Shovel Knight and things like that. So I'm really enjoying the system. I'm enjoying it honestly more than I thought I would. But everything about the system is well designed. Like I said, I like how the Joy-Cons slide on and off of the console really easily. The console has steel reinforced tracks where you slide the Joy-Cons onto, so there's very minimal chance to do damage to that. The Joy-Con grip, it's really easy to put the Joy-Cons onto it and take them off, so that's all well and good. I really like it. We could go into how the kickstand's a little flimsy, but it still does the job. It's not that big a deal. But one thing that I don't want to see you make the mistake that I made, okay, because it's very easy to make with the Joy-Cons, is putting the Joy-Con straps on the wrong way. It is very easy to do, and if you do it the wrong way, you could risk damaging your Joy-Cons. Now, luckily I didn't, because I did put them on the wrong way, but I'm gonna make sure you guys don't. There's even this is how big of a deal this is. I'll even have an article listed below showing how people had a tough time with this, and they want to make sure that you don't end up damaging your Joy-Cons. So now you would think, okay, these are steel reinforced. It basically has like the same mechanism it has on the side of the actual Switch itself. No big deal, right? You just take your Joy-Con and you slide it on, right? Right? You'd be wrong. See what I did? Here's the problem. If you look on the actual little strap itself, I don't know if you could see it, because even if I didn't have the black background, it still wouldn't show up because these aren't, which they should have had these actually in white too, that's another thing. Don't worry about the aesthetic, Nintendo. Make it so people can function over form any day of the week in most cases. There's a little plus here, and on the other side, there's a minus. Now, if I put this strap on this way, where the minus is here and the plus is here on the controller, it would be uneven. And what would happen is it would be uneven. Not only would it be not flush with the controller like this, it would actually get stuck. It would be virtually impossible to take off, to the point where you'll probably end up breaking the Joy-Con. You have to make sure that the plus or the minus matches up. So here we go, we got the plus here. Slide it on. You hear the click. Now you're good to go. Now you think, all right, Rich, you're seriously making a video about that? That's it. Okay, great, you showed me that. I could have figured it out. First thing that bothers me is they should have made it that the straps can only go on one of the controllers, so you can't even make that mistake. You don't have to look for unhighlighted plus or minus on the strap itself that you may even miss to put these straps and slide them onto the Joy-Cons. Why they did that, I don't know. But now, okay, great, you have it on, it's flush, you're good to go, you're playing 1-2 Switch if you were brave enough like me to pick it up for the price they were asking for that game. So you want to, take these off now and put it on your actual Switch console, or put them in the Joy-Con grip so you could play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and sit back and chill while watching, on your big screen, right? Okay, there's two things here. First off, see this little white notch right here? It's really flimsy. It barely even makes a click. You hear the click, but it's really like cheap. You gotta have that pulled out. Now you're thinking, okay, I could just slide it from there, right? Nope. Just like anything else, you have to press the release button back here. But unlike actually sliding it off of the Switch itself or of the Joy-Con grip, it's a pain in the ass to do on here. So you gotta make sure you firmly press down the button, and then you get it off. I'll do it again. And no, I'm not exaggerating how much of a pain in the ass that is. Push it down again. There you go. And yes, it's actually supposed to make that ungodly snapping noise. We'll do it one more time. Now mine actually is coming off easier now, admittedly, because of the fact that did it like 1,000 times and it's a little worn. But when you first do it, you're almost gonna feel like you're breaking it. But just make sure, for the love of God, let me make sure I have the plus. I almost did it the goddamn wrong way myself, so I'll make sure it's lined up. Just make sure this gray lock over here is pulled back, then you hit the button. And then it comes off. Really clumsy, really awkward design, but just if you follow the instructions I gave you here, you guys will be okay and it won't damage the Joy-Cons. But I mark my words, Nintendo will have a redesign for these. Make sure I'm putting make sure I'm putting it on the right way. Nintendo will have a redesign for these by the end of the year. Maybe early 2018 they will, but sooner than later, they're gonna have a redesign for these because kids use these things, they're gonna break them. There's no way a kid is gonna make sure that they pull this out and, you know, are careful to pull this off. Look, again, guys, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not pulling a CNET right now. This is how it is. So just follow. The bottom line is I'll end the video now and not make this longer than it needs to be. Follow the instructions I gave you here. Be careful. Make sure you have this pulled out. You have to make sure that's unlocked. Then you have to press the button to pull the strap off, and then you'll be good to go. But if you don't follow what I said, you could damage these very expensive controllers within the first 5 minutes of owning the console. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. I can't believe you designed this like this, Nintendo.